Hello, hello. This is Prime Minds. This is February 11th, 2023. Your boys, we're back with you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. This is King Daz. I'm here with BuyThaDip. I'm here with Zmakin. What's up, fellas? We're back at it again. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Glad to be here. What's going on?
Always chilling. Mac, what's up, man?
Oh, it's a beautiful day up here in the Pacific Northwest, man. Sun shining. You know, crisp breeze going, slice getting killed.
Oh, yeah. You also sweaty? You sweaty from the slice session?
Everybody's so sweaty for the slice session, bro. It's the whole point.
Mac was late. He had to take a shower after that one. That's what took us so damn long. What's up, Mac? I think right before we went on, man, we were talking about the NFT NYC, man. I guess it's coming back around again, huh?
April, man, mid-April this year, so a little bit earlier than last year. But
what do you think? What do you think is going on there? Like, it's okay. Like, I guess I don't know if not everybody's hip to it, man. But you're in you're helping out a lot of projects. You make a lot of connections, man. 1/3 of Prime Minds, a big reason for our success. And so, you're helping out like a little project or a big project, and they're doing you a solid by sending you out there, man. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I want to give a big shout out to one of our, the only person who's been on our podcast actually 3 times, Sharif from Valeria Games. They actually reached out to the community and asked if anybody wanted to come and help at the booth, and I volunteered and stepped up, and I was one of a couple people that they went ahead and bought me. They got me a pass to pretty much go there for all 3 days, which that's like a $600 or $700 pass in itself. So major shout out to them for doing that for their community.
That's love.
Having a couple. Oh yeah, it is. But I mean, like, it's gonna be, it's a huge opportunity as well. So.
Oh man, that's cool.
I appreciate it because it's be my first NFT NYC, man. Pumped.
Yeah. Any idea of like what that conference is going to look like? I know it's all NFTs, but like I'm going to be excited to hear about like what that experience is like. And I'm wondering if there's going to be a lot of video game NFTs in there, or if it's a lot of PFP projects, or what's going on there.
Oh, my whole goal will be to try and sneak away from the booth as much as I can to go exploring, man.
To go DJing, he means.
Yes. Go look for my next big DJ play. Yep. But
man,
I mean, living in Seattle where they have Comic Cons at the convention center up here all the time, like if it's anything like that, they're probably going to have a bunch of just open booths for people to walk around and check stuff out at. But they'll also have a bunch of like, they're not really webinars or TED Talks or anything like that, but like a bunch of meetings and people talking about what's going on, and open forums probably for the most part. So.
They need any more help, man? What's up? Are they all set?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get in.
I'm pretty sure they got the number of people that they wanted, but you never know. Someone might cancel.
It's only an 8-hour drive for me, bro. I can be right over there. Yeah, all right, that's cool. Dip, you're staying put this time?
Yeah, man. Staying put. Very busy, man. There's a lot of games that are building right now in the Web3 space that are coming out. So always got to keep track of those, right? But I wish I could go to NFT NYC for reals, because that's like the big Web3 thing. So maybe next time, man.
Right.
And hopefully maybe in the next bull market, all of us Prime Minds will be able to go there too.
We'll go run it. Yeah. No, I get it, man. If it's mostly game focused, like that's where you got to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see how many games will be there, and when that's coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll let you guys know. Maybe I might run a Twitter space there live for. We'll see.
That's dope.
Oh,
we'll pop in.
Go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So obviously, man, we're in this crypto winter, right? Ain't nobody saying anything different. What's the overall economy looking like? I think there was some news. Dip, you let me know about it. There was some news about staking, just overall staking in the economy. I think mostly the from the American side, from our side here. But yeah, what's going on with the Securities Exchange and all that? Any news going on?
Yeah, you know what? I think it was a little bit overblown because the market reacted on it, right? The SEC was cracking down on Kraken and suspending their staking services over there.
And that's Securities Exchange Commission.
Right. But the
United
biggest thing
States government.
It wasn't, and it had nothing to do with like they're going to completely ban staking in the U.S. this and that. It wasn't. That's how it was perceived, but it wasn't even like that. The reason why Kraken failed to be regulatory, man, they failed to notify them that they were going to be staking as a service, SaaS. So when they didn't do that, and then the SEC found out they were offering staking services, that's when they got cracked down. So
they were pretty much offering an unregistered security.
Yep,
is what it comes down to, right? Very, very. That's the whole point of the SEC's existence, is to crack down on unregistered securities, because they want to know who's offering these things, because they want to be able to vet them, right? They want to make sure they're giving all of the correct disclosures to their customers, so that people can make informed investment decisions. And they hadn't registered, nor had they had given the correct disclosures to their customers. And that's what they really crack down on, right? And reading some articles, and it seems like even though they did crack down on them, it wasn't a unanimous decision. There's some people on the SEC advisory board that really think that they need to stop cracking down on individual cases and start actually creating
Making
regulation.
policy.
Yes, because just by coming in and slapping the hand of someone after they've done something bad, yes, it shows other players what they're not able to do, but we don't have a list of things that we are able to do yet. So
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the framework, right? What can you do, right? Where's the
Correct.
guidelines? Where's the policy that dictates this, that governs this, and what can you do? Because that begs the question then, is all of these staking assets or NFTs that you can stake in anything, is that looked at as a security? Which means, is it looked at like a piece of stock, and will it be taxed like a security? I don't think that's even determined yet, right?
No,
So it could be looked at it could be looked at still as property. It can be looked at as a security, but them doing that, like the SEC doing that, makes it look like they want to do a lot of these staking products as security.
Well, here's the thing: is when you talk about security, it has to meet four specific tests, and it has to reach all four of them. Called the Howey test. There's 4 points where it's like there has to be a sale that goes into a collective to people that are pretty much saying that they're going to be operating together, and then you have to have essentially promise of future returns that are dependent upon the work of the person who's offering them, right?
Yeah.
So if it does not meet all of those criteria, then it's technically not a security.
Right.
So,
and then and
you have to think like depending on how they're operating, like yeah, some things would be dependent solely on the effort of the people operating or offering the NFTs for sale or offering the staking options. And in that case, yeah, then it would be it technically might be a security. But if you have something where you have to physically do work, or you have to physically show proof of work or proof of interaction, then the staking would definitely not pass the securities test. So it's all about how they set it up, dude.
Yeah, definitely. And then that's what caused the whole dip. As we see here, we're actually looking at Ethereum, which is currently at $1,518.13. As we see, we're in a consolidation phase, guys. So like once Kraken, the whole market took it the wrong way, so it started to started dumping, right? But if anything, I think we've reached bottom, hopefully. So as we're looking at the 7-day here, you see we had a big leg down, which was around the time when they announced it. Boom. And it just started going down, right? So as you look out in the month, we're actually consolidating right now. So we're consolidating anywhere from, high 1600s to low, it looks like the threshold right now supported is like low 1500s. We did break 1491 a little while ago right here, but then we jump back up. So as long as we don't break, I say 1500 again, we'll be good. But as you look out, like we did have a big leg up, right? This is when everybody thought we were entering the bull. So as you guys know, it's just consolidating right now. I don't see nothing serious. We are still down, right? Within a year. So we're consolidating around the bottom around here. So I would say don't be too panicked. If anything, always use it as, and this is not financial advice, to get things cheaper. I'm not saying investing or anything like that, but if you want to get a deal, when you have these prices that dip, then
right.
This is the ideal
based on
time.
A news story, based on like a quick knee-jerk reaction to a news story,
right?
That might not have like the long-term effect that some people might think it would have. And so I always say too, like I'm always interested in where a floor would be, like an ETH floor. So it's looking like around 16. I'm hearing. What are you thinking?
Man,
If we're consolidating it,
it's kind of hard to say, but you look at overall, if we keep support, man, if 1500 breaks, right? If we break 1500, we're going down to around 1200, and then if we break 1200, then we're probably on our way down to 1100 to 1000.
Back there again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this is the time of year that the cat. And me and Dip were talking about it the other day. It's like, this is the part of the year where the catalyst comes into play for the next month or two, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of January, beginning of February, those 3 weeks it's always those are the 3 determining weeks on where the market's going to go for a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
Like, so we keep on testing this 1700 ceiling, and it keeps retracing back down. And with this stuff that's been going on with the Kraken news, we dipped under 1500. So like Dip saying like 1500 or under 15 would be another testing point, but I really think it's going to be around 1450. I could easily see us going down to 1450 and still being able to come back up around 1600 and stabilize there. But
just watch it, man, because what I think next week, right? They're coming out with another report, and I think that's going to be the job reports, and other stuff. Inflation, right? Like 0.25. Inflation's still going up. And then you hear it all over the news, recession this, chances of recession that. So whenever you kind of hear these negative indicators, just be on your toes. Right now, there's a hard support at 1,071 or 1100. That's like a hard support. If it breaks that, man, we're going to 9. If it breaks 9, we're going to 6. Breaks 6, we're going to 5.
We seen 900 recently, right? Within the year.
Yes. Yep. So just be careful, guys. If anything, just look for good prices.
Mm-hmm. What is the good job market? That's so funny because the good job market is like it's some people are looking at it as a bad sign, but because the good job market is a bad sign for inflation because more people are earning money and they can buy more things, so that keeps inflation going up or at least not coming down. So it's funny how a good job market could be something that negatively affects the economy from where we're at right now.
Yeah,
so,
exactly,
it's
man.
Funny. Yeah, at the same time, a lot of high income or high earning jobs are being lost in technology sector, right?
Yep.
You all know about that in the West Coast there.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's this funny thing. The market's doing funny, man. The whole economy is doing funny fucking things right now.
Yeah,
this is a great time to be alive. Shit.
It's a beautiful time to be alive.
Yep.
And then
so like we're talking. Well, go ahead, Dip. I was talking about floor price for the PEs and all that. Looking at that, so especially the prime returnals, like that's a fucking staker, right?
Yep.
That's why I came into this whole fucking ecosystem here with Champions and all that because you can stake the prime returnals and you can get the land and develop on the land and use it for that and stake and earn that way.
Yeah.
And so like the staking news, like that's a prime eternal news.
Right, exactly,
right?
Man. Like everything's gonna dip. Which, I mean, if you're bullish on the game like we are, like the talent of the team, the funding, the backing, what type of experience they have. I mean, right now, look at the deals, bro. The top offer just went to 0.36. So right now,
floor price is $684.
Look at that, guys.
Oof, that's up and down.
Floor price was at 0.9, 0.8 for the longest, right?
Yeah.
Now we're getting these prices and we're getting these type of offers. These are the offers we want, guys, right here.
I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah.
And when the price went up, I'm kicking myself in the ass, right? And when it goes down, no matter what, you have that human emotion, right? And I fucking love it, right? But it's like when the price goes up, like, oh, I should have bought some more fucking floors. But when the price goes down, everybody starts to get nervous. Bro, it's just fun to step back and watch yourself, man. It's right. I love it.
It's all opportunity, man. honestly, I wouldn't care what prime I get. I would just put an offer out there, and whatever I get is fine. Because remember, like from what we know, which it could change, right? Staking a prime is the way Messina coin is produced. So to me, I don't care what kind of prime it is. A prime's a prime, right? At the end of the
Prime
day.
is
Yes.
prime. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. They've always said
And
that,
here's
and
the
that,
thing,
and
though.
that's my new strategy. Honestly coming in, because I got my own little personal strategy. Like I'm bullish long term dip, just like you said, right? Like obviously, but I got my own little personal strategy, right? I was buying a lot of nice primes at a certain time, made a little bit of ETH doing it, but coming back in when I'm coming back in to hold like several more, it's going to be all floor for me. I hate to give away the strategy, but I'm just going in all floor.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
because here's the thing: is that if one prime equals one prime, it doesn't matter if you're not going to be out here battling, right?
Mhm.
If you're using it for trying to generate Messina, that's the you just have to be able to generate Messina, right? It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if it's 1D, 3D, 0D. As long as you have at least one 1D in your wallet, you'll be
Mhm.
able to get access to that special room on the Moon Palace.
Moon
You know what I
room.
mean? You'll
Yep.
get that. You'll
Don't
get
forget
that moon
about
room
that,
access.
right? Yeah. They
Don't
haven't
Yep.
forget
said too
about
much
the
about
moon room, bro.
the moon room.
I mean, all the divines, all the primes will be able to get up there no matter what.
Yeah.
But only
Yeah.
the 1Ds plus will be able to
Look,
get the moon
we
room.
all come from fucking marijuana legal
4-9.
states, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get high in the moon room. That's
There you
that's a
go.
private convo.
That's where you go to
Yeah.
the moon for sure.
Oh shit.
Go ahead, man. I cut you off.
Yeah, man. I
So
mean,
yeah,
go ahead, Z.
I was just gonna say like even in the worst case scenario where staking is no longer an option, there's workarounds where that you just would have to be actively utilizing your prime to be able to claim Messina and Diamond, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be called staking. They don't have to lock
Right.
our primes up into a smart contract or anything like that for them to be
Right.
able to still have prime
Generate value.
eternals as the main driver of the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
As long as you use it to generate value, because even when you're reading the definition off, like a security means that you just kind of buy it, invest it, and it does the work for you. Like either you win or lose, but they can make it more hands on than hands off. But it can be like the main generator of value for Champions Ascension, for the game itself.
well, it makes a lot more sense too when when you're doing that, and they've already talked about having a built-in scholarship program, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of already had, maybe someone saw this in their crystal ball. Because if you have something where you have to log in or complete an activity or just get on and click something for every prime that you own, it becomes then proof of work. It's not staking, because staking implies passive income, right? Letting something go and not interacting with it at all and having it produce a return for you. Where if
Or
you
even
have
force your ass to play the game, like
yep,
do
that's
something in the
exactly it.
game.
Interact in the game, log in, um, go inside and click on a special treasure chest that's in your house on your land that you've bought or something,
Yeah.
right? If
Right.
they have some way that they have proved that you are actively engaging with the game to be able to get this reward, then it's not staking at all.
Yep.
So,
Right.
And then
and that's just, there's plenty of ways to do it, right?
yeah,
Put
there's
it right in the game, man. Like you put it on your land, you make it a farming thing, like you're farming it, or you're
Yep.
trading it, or you have a mine that you're mining out, and you're getting the Messina out of there.
well, this is guys. Let me speculate a little bit on this, right? If we look at the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
let's go to Play Labs. Let's There's an article here, which is like if you guys right here, they have a lot of interesting stuff here. So where was it? I believe it was this article. And we're looking at it right now. If we scroll down, and I'll let you guys know when I see it. They kind of hinted to what type of economy it will be, and I'll show you.
You're reading.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, you're getting in there. You're getting in there.
So let me see if I can find. I hope it's this one.
So while you're looking, like we
Yeah.
talk about floor prices, right? So we know like the staking news, it would or could like that news regardless because it's a staking thing. It affects the prime price. But as you all know, we just had the reveal, the elemental mint and all that. They got a floor price too, and I think that's also a bargain. What was that looking like? The floor price there? Yeah.
Well, so right now the prime floor price is 0.45, right?
It's kind of following that, right?
It's dropped down to half of what it was, and it's strange because it was right before mint, right, where primes were up at 0.8, 0.9, and now they're nowhere near that. They're half that price. At that point, the eggs were going for, or the unrevealed Iron Maiden chambers were going for easily around 0.06, and now their floor price is 0.03. So they've halved as well. So.
Right. And like even like this is for the people listening too. And when we see, and I think we even talked about it, right? We've seen enough mints to where you would see one generation, then the second generation. And it just seems like a natural thing. I can't explain it. I just know that it happens. Is like right before the mint, the original, like the OG generation, the value will go up. And then right after the mint, it kind of dips a little bit. So it's kind of a pattern that I'm noticing at least. Right. And that's just a small sample of like the mints that I see. That's a first generation, then a second generation. So I was kind of ready for that part.
Yeah, you knew like the hype, like the best thing to do during that time was if you wanted to get money out of it was to sell it as an unrevealed egg, right? Because those were going for the most money. And a lot of the chances you could have do that if for the people who got the tier zeros probably could have done that. And there's probably some people that did do that. But as far as like the tier ones and all that stuff, you had to really be early, right? Because once it went to public, we knew the site crashed and it sold out quick. And then that's when you really got to go in there and you could have probably got the most for your money for a floor. And then throughout the day, the floor was going lower, lower, lower. And then as more time goes on, lower, lower, lower. It happens with every project, right? Because you just got a lot of people in the Web3. Hey, man, Web3 is flippers. And we got to realize that. Like, a lot of these people that are coming into the project aren't looking to play our game, right? They're looking to flip. They're looking to make...
Real flippers, man.
Yeah.
They'll put offers across every single project and just flip it.
And that's fine.
Respect, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Do it.
There's no hating on it, man. I'll be your liquidity exit because I know what's in this game. I know... this game is going to be successful. Yeah, the value of this game. Yep. Like, if you want to sell your elemental to me for $30, hey, bro, that's a deal for me all day.
Right.
Yeah. Where is that? So where are we at looking right now? I think it was like
$45 right now.
Yep.
For the floor. And there is currently a 1S on the floor for 0.3. Last sale 0.0574. I fucking love seeing paper hands like that, bro. Love seeing that shit. Right. I love seeing those motherfuckers take a loss.
There's a lot of equity in there.
Someone please go grab that 1S feature on the floor for 0.03.
Sure. Yeah, it's nice, man. I mean, at the end of the day, when we look at it, right, and we're going to get to the Imperial announcement by Johnny Messina in just a bit as well. When we look at it at the end of the day, elementals are mining and farming. Now, everybody, we know there's only a couple of coins that are going to be in Messina, right? We know there's going to be Bone Coin. We know there's going to be Essence, Diamond, and Messina Coin, right? And we know how valuable Messina Coin is going to be. So what if, and this is the thing, primes are going to be generating by staking the Messina coins, and elementals, this is just speculation, elementals will be the miners and farmers. What if you can mine and farm Messina coin? Why wouldn't you want multiple of these guys? And it's not going to hurt the Prime Eternal. People are, but that might hurt the price of the Prime Eternals. No, it's not. Because think of this. Think of the Prime Eternals as the Fed. Think of the Prime Eternals as the Federal Reserve, and the elementals are going to be the banks. they're going to be the ones, Prime Eternals are going to be the ones filtering out Messina in order for the elementals, the banks, to mine and get that, and then that can go into the marketplace to the other players. So it's not going to affect, it shouldn't affect the price at all. And I'm not saying they're going to do this or this is what they should do, but that would make the most sense.
It could, and they said that like not the only like Messina, like Prime Eternals aren't the only way to Messina. Like we got that news. I don't know if they cleared it up or what, but it's just the only one that you can stake for Messina, quote unquote stake for Messina. So there will be other ways to get it. Is that right?
Yeah, they've confirmed that pretty much anyone should be able to earn Messina, but the Messina that they earn is going to have to be generated by Prime Eternals, is the way they put it, right? So they even specifically said this a long time ago, was that they have to find ways to entice Messina holders to put up this Messina for other people to earn. So
yeah,
gives the inclination that it'll be for like tournaments and prizes for quests and things like that, especially if we're going to be able to create our own quests. But
yeah,
I really think that the elementals will go a completely different route than what you were just talking about, Dip. And again, this is just all speculation, right?
Right.
But with farming and mining, like they've talked about crafting armor and weapons using bone in essence plus other resources. So I really think that they're going to create almost like a Farmville or whatever you want to call it type idle game as well onto here, because that's what Gem City was really good at. Idle games for people playing on their phone to jump on for a little bit and just farm whatever they want, right? And so I think we'll need other resources like ores, wood, like who knows, you might need wheat to be able to build stuff to, feed your whatever, right? Like there's going to be stuff that we're going to need to farm that are natural resources that have nothing to do with coin.
Yeah.
So that's what I think these are going to have an increased capability of doing.
Still has to do with the economy though, right? So like even if you farm things, like I guess you can sell them for Messina. Obviously, you can, I'm sure, use Messina to buy everything, maybe. But yeah.
So I did find something, guys. If you look on the screen, this is one of the Play Lab articles that was done, and I knew it was somewhere in here. And this is Troy Whitlock. We all know Troy, right? He says, I am really excited for building the first game with a creator economy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is leading to all the speculations that we even said last week, right? Mm-hmm. This is all possible with AI. If you, like, literally, there's YouTube videos, guys. If you go to video games made with AI, ChatGPT, whatever you want to say it is, it actually can provide you the code to actually develop a game just by putting in a couple of descriptions in there, like one or two sentences, and it provides you a whole context of a code that you can put into Unreal Engine or something like that, right?
Well, that does it makes the job a lot easier even for the devs.
Exactly.
And if you're making the job easier for the devs, like it'll be better, it'll be faster, like it'll come here faster or quicker than it would if they didn't have it.
Yeah.
And then I think it'll be like a better gameplay experience too. And
Exactly.
so if we're in there kind of making code and creating the game, like I don't know how that goes. I'm not technical like that, but if it's like user generated content that we're making the code for and helping to expand and create the game, it's just, I don't think there's a limit to that, man.
There's not.
And
right?
And AI is coming out at the perfect time where, right. And it's coming out at the perfect time where it's like Champions has the infrastructure. They have a great team that I'm sure can take advantage of the technology and set it up sooner than later even. Right? So
that's what their Play AI, right? Play AI Labs. Like that is their whole intentions is to continue to develop this AI interoperability with this game.
Right.
So,
mm-hmm.
We're really like going along for this ride. Like that's one thing that I was trying to tell someone the other day, that like you don't realize there's an unintended consequence or benefit of owning one of these and being able to have the opportunity to play is that you are literally watching the development of what could be the next generation of gaming
Yep.
by a company that's a frontier founder, and what could be the I personally think what they're doing and a few other companies that are doing these same similar types of ideas of creating assets and giving people the ability to create their own user generated content to develop the games further is going to be the next meta for video gaming.
Yep.
And people will be playing games like as they always played games, but it will be less games that are created from powerhouse places like Activision or Blizzard or any of those kinds of EA, Epic Games. It'll be more individuals who are developing these things, and it can be, 1, 2, 3 people groups that are creating these games of the future that everyone will be playing.
Exactly.
So I personally really think Champions Ascension and a few other companies are right on the forefront of that. So that's one of the intrinsic benefits of holding a Prime is we get to go along for that ride, guys.
So check this out, guys.
Yeah.
We also plan to release our plans around user generated content toolkits, incorporating AI that will invite all of our asset holders to build the live operational content pipeline of the game. You will have the opportunity to create your own path to earnings in our partner economy.
Nice.
That means live ops is like when they come out with something for Christmas and it's Christmas themed,
Yeah.
or when Halloween comes along, it's Halloween themed. Lunar New Year's was like the most recent one, and any games that you're playing that are having anything for Valentine's Day starting this week or whenever, those are all live ops, right?
Yep,
So they're
exactly.
saying giving people the opportunity to create those types of content and other things for what might be important dates that come up, or just whatever the newest person has created or created the newest fad, continuing to push that out. So
Yeah. Chris Casamasina, the man himself, he came and talked all about that. And
Exactly.
go through our whole catalog, right? We got him on here talking about that a year ago. I guess like there's been AI talk, but AI looks really real now, so where the masses can use it.
Right.
But if anything, it's just going to like give this like a big boost into like what they can do as devs, and like kind of really they still have to set us up to do it. But if they can leverage the AI even for themselves to set that platform up or to set the game up and then set us up with it too, then yeah, I don't think there's a limit to this.
Yeah, like for instance, imagine like there's just hundreds or thousands of different types of building architectural walls built within the AI. So when you go to build on your land, right, there can be so many different variations. And I think that would be the job of the devs, is to create these and then implement them into AI. So that way the users can do it. So they don't have to physically build the houses. The AI is going to build the houses or the casinos or the bars. Some people want strip clubs out there, whatever you want to make.
Right. We have a good time. Right, man. So that's, yeah, I think that the next question, then I like taking the wide view, man, is I wonder what we're looking like in terms of when the land will be available, and then I know staking has a lot to do with that too. So if we can like step back and like even speculate on when will we talked about staking already, but when do we think it'll be available? Like, is there an update on there?
Well,
and then some of us have even the land perks from the first mint. Like, when can we get the land? When can we see that? Be first in line to get the land and all that.
Well, first, there's going to be a couple things coming before that, right? Which this is the Emperor's decree, as he was saying in here, and I urge anybody in the community to read this and read it carefully, because there's a lot of Easter eggs in here, a lot of little hints in here if you want to take it. But right here, which I'm highlighting, this is all the stuff that's going to be coming out. Elemental essences coming into combat in early spring. Team-based 3v3 battles coming in early spring. Vault of Carnage free-for-all mode coming in spring. The Ilgor will be really unleashed into active competition before the end of the month. They said February 23rd, around that date.
Right.
Bug reporting system for the community is up. There's a new one. You just go in. I believe it's in the announcements. They might have pinned it there as well if you want to put any game feedback there. And then and then they said lots of tweaking bugs are still coming into the families. So spring is not exactly a date. That could be anywhere from, I believe now is
March 20.
March.
Early spring is March 21st, March 22nd till I would say the end of April would
Yeah.
still be early spring.
Yeah,
right?
guys. So next couple of months,
So-
we're going to be getting some good stuff. After that, staking and stuff. What makes sense, man, is and Z will, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me, is you got to have more gameplay content out, and you got to make it has to make sense to come out with the staking. But before that, the white paper has to come out. Which
100%.
is coming out in bits and pieces. I don't think they're going to come out with the whole V2 white paper all at once. I think we're going to get sections of that at a time over the next couple of quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2. That's just me
I'd be
speculating.
surprised if we get anything this quarter, really. I would be more apt to think that we will get multiple parts of the version 2 white paper next quarter. But we'll see, right? And I
Right.
agree. Like there's no point in coming out with staking right now. What is it going to do other than tank a coin that has no value because it has no use?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and really, there's no reason to have staking until there's a reason to have a coin that you use to buy land, right? So
Right.
that there's no reason for staking until there's a reason for land. And there's no reason for land until they have all of that built out and ready to actually open up for the people to be able to play open world.
Yeah.
And they've already said that open world probably isn't going to be until 2024. So realistically, we're talking about staking. In my opinion, the earliest staking would be like the end of this year,
Yeah.
but more likely into early to mid 24.
I would think that too, and I know there's been a lot of fun around, guys. I mean, if we look at the elementals, right? There's a lot of people being impatient, which, like we all know, any game takes years to make, guys. And this is the biggest thing. This is why there's not a lot of people that get rich or come into wealth, right? Because they're not patient. With something like this, right? Let's just lay everything out. The team, are they experienced? Yes.
Yep.
Right. Highly.
What are their experiences with Disney, with mobile games, with Harry Potter, Hogwarts, right? Those are high level games. How many?
Not to mention the social media aspect of it as well.
Exactly.
Right.
And you got to look at how many developers do they have working on this game. They have 50 plus. Wow. That's pretty good amount for any type of project like that. Then you go, well, that's cool. Do they have enough money to pay these devs to finish this game? Yes. They have $32 million in funding. And this is not including what Jam City was paying them before that, right? So they got a fresh new $32 million, right? Should take him for at least 3 years. That should carry him for at least 3 years, right?
Yeah. Well, they have the NFT assets too, right? Like they have the 3 mints already, right? Including the pets. Let's not forget the pets.
Mm-hmm.
And that continues to see action. So
there you go.
Yeah, they have
Technically,
that.
they have 4 mints if you take into account the memorabilia boxes as well, right? I know those don't get as much. These don't get as much trading, but that's still another source of revenue for them for those royalties as well.
Don't sleep on the pets either, right, guys? I mean, look they're at $15 right now floor. And we all know what their utility is, right? The utility is going to help give specifically elementals a damage and a health boost, which is going to help them if they face Prime Eternals. So,
which is nuts too, because now you can match them up with your elementals. So
yep.
And that's some low hanging fruit right there, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
can get the
man.
pick of the litter with those pets at the low
Exactly.
price. Just match up your Eternals.
Yep. The best play though, man, is to just get
I'm not
84 of each
Eternals. I'm
pet.
at Elementals. Go ahead.
The best play is just grab 84 of each pet, man. Then you'll have one for each family in each house, in
Oh,
each
dude.
essence.
Have
Yep.
one of each.
Take a big sweep.
Hey, he did the math.
That's only like, there's 5 pets out there right now, right? That's only like 420 pets that you need to have in your wallet. No big deal.
Yeah, bro. It's not even a whole ETH. Wait.
No.
Well, more than an ETH. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I was looking for elementals. Like I keep buying pets. Like I keep picking pets up. I keep picking up the what was the one that we got for the little orange one?
The Zivas.
The
The Ziva's getting no love, man. The Ziva's like they're on the floor a lot. Like I
know.
keep picking
I
Zivas
saw
up.
that.
Uh
That's
huh.
a smart play. That's a really smart play.
Yeah.
I
Considering
keep
that
picking up
those ones
Zivas for sub $20, bro. I keep picking them up when I see them all the
Yep.
time. Even with the Prime essences, you'll see like $20 Zivas. And they're not making any more. They're not making any more Zivas. It's the most. It's the most right now, but that's the only time they're coming out.
And that's what people are asleep. See, and I mean, there's a lot of new stuff that's been coming out within the last couple of months, but we all still got to remember this. Zivas are going to be the most rarest pets. Right now, you have one, and this is not financial advice. Right now, you have $20.
Yeah, see, I'll be the one to pick that up. So, like, I'm not even right. I just keep getting them.
You just got to think about the future when everything is out of the game. I mean, imagine where we're going to be a year from now, guys. Like, we've been in this project since it's been our year anniversary, actually. And
right.
So we've been in this project for over a year already, right? And it went by quick, man. That it really did. It went by quick. So imagine where we're going to be at this time next year, which, way more content should be out, more characters should be out.
You're right, man. And all in all, it's lightning fucking speed because you could play the game now.
Yeah.
Right? You can play the game.
Right.
There's an elemental mint. They gave the pets out already. You can play the game. Like we're coming. You read the timeline, right? I think you said 3v3 in there.
Yep. 3v3, man. Coming out in spring. So that one's going to be really interesting.
That means 3v3 by June.
Yeah.
By June.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, in here, right? And then the PvE after. What does that look like?
Oh yeah, here we do. We got Sally right here, right? So I mean, that could be coming around the same time as well, right? So
when PvE is out, like even talking back to the pets, when PvE is out, man, like having the pets with you, like with the utility, if they can increase damage or attack on their own in PvE, like even the pets themselves for $20, I see that going way up, man. Of course, not financial advice, but
oh, bro,
come on now.
Let's just go over this really quick. I'm gonna read off the what the pets do, just so everybody gets a good quick one. If your pets matches the family of your champ, they get a health and damage bonus.
Mm-hmm.
If what is it? If you're the house banner, so if it's water pet, water champ, your Fury of the Titans gets boosted. For the Crampsters, if your opponents block 3 times in a row, they do a damage over time effect, and any more blocks they take damage from. With the Geckoid, if you're below 15% health, all your cooldowns reduce by a second.
Yeah.
The Sumanot, if you get knocked down, it pushes your opponent away. The Ziva, whenever you dodge, you get a debuff removed from you. The Papiro, they every 25 seconds they make one of your parts do double damage if it hits. And then the Beetle, when you finish a combo, you steal a random buff from the enemy. So like, all of them have their effect.
Damn. Right.
So it's like once you get into it, you can start you can take a lot of different approaches to what you're working with your pet and your champion in different essences. So
yeah, it just increases the strategy the strategy play you can make and everything. Yeah, I think the PvE I think will be big. I think it'll be big with the pets, and then there's
Yeah.
a lot more community, right? When you're out there teaming up and you know accomplishing missions together. So that probably looks good.
So here's the one thing that we haven't really touched on that they just are talking. Just are dropping information on that I'm hearing of in this Emperor's Decree. It's called the Vault of Carnage. So in here it says it's a free-for-all battle royale event that will bring out the most murderous, greedy instinct in all of you, complete with an array of rewards and deadly hazards. So to me, that's supposed to be coming in spring, right? 3v3 battles are coming before that. Then Vault of Carnage, and at some point we'll be able to get down and fight Old Sally for PvE, all within the next coming months. But this Vault of Carnage, dude, that sounds like you're by yourself in a just a Royal Rumble ring with pop-up hazards and environmental effects and shit like that. Versus who knows how many other champions.
Yeah, man. And this is exciting because honestly, I'm really excited. Like they've made a lot of good changes to combat. And you know, there's always stuff that's gonna be OP. There's stuff that gets buffed. There's stuff that gets nerfed. Right. This is what the whole alpha phase is about. So, you know, I get the frustrations and everything, but I mean, there was a nice cosmetic added, right? You know, when you hit with the Kark as the hammer comes down, it has the effect now, the little visual effects, which I thought was really cool. Now you can hear people dashing, you can hear them blocking, you can hear different stuff. So the team, like, you know, bravo to the team, man. They're doing really good on improving this game.
Oh, I agree. I thought when I started hearing the visuals, I was like, okay, all right, this is starting to be more like a game. The only thing that we're missing now is like the background music, right?
Yeah.
We've got the crowd in the background. We've got the sound effects for the parts, and now it's just like you just need that little that music track. So
Like the
once they
Metallica
have
music
that,
track, kind of?
is that what you play when you get all sweaty up there,
Oh,
bro?
yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
Right.
that the DMR stuff probably wouldn't allow them to play Metallica unless they wanted to pay a lot of money.
You're right.
Whatever
So
they,
what's your all as? Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, whatever they end up wanting to pay someone to come and make, like, that's at this point they just need to fine tune stuff and then get the background music and it'll be a presentable, complete experience for your sensory experience, right?
Right.
You need the music, man. How about where are you on the actual characters? Like which ones are y'all liking the most? The Karks, the Aels, like where do y'all thinking and where are they how are they looking now based on like where they were before? Are those are improving as well?
Yeah, they've improved a lot, man. I mean, I've always been a tanky player myself, personally. Like, played Overwatch, I was a tank. League of Legends, I was a tank. I'm just a tank player, right? So I picked the Kark. They've made a lot of changes to the Kark, right? And I know a lot of people get mad about the Kark and all that, but it's really a good character, right? And what people don't realize is the Kark is slower than everybody. Yeah, he can get you like that infinite combo. I get it, guys. I get it. If you add 3 seconds to the claws for the cooldown, I believe they won't be able to do that infinite combo anymore. Suggested by a friend. Yeah, and RG Explode, man. That guy has my number, dude. So I beat him once out of every single time we played. He beats me, dude. So he definitely has my freaking number. But yeah, man. I mean, AOS. I love the improve. I love the teleport. Okay, I think it's a little too OP right now. Just because it seems like it could be used quickly over and over again. That just might be me having to adjust to the new changes too, you know. But I think if they make it like a tad bit, like a half of a second slower than what it is now, it would be good. Whisperer, I still think that they've added a lot of stuff. The breath, the heavy. I don't think anybody really uses that because he can get. It's really gives him a disadvantage to be opened for a claw or something like that.
Yeah, the
But
jab move.
yeah, but all that stuff is gonna get balanced out. But overall, I do love the changes that they have made. They've added, they've taken away. They're experimenting with things. So I expect this to happen. They're gonna add stuff and they're gonna take
Yep.
away
Then the
stuff.
Ilgra's coming. Yeah, the
Yep.
Ilgra's coming next. Like, what's the next three? Is there three coming up at one time, or just
Well,
the Ilgra by himself?
so it sounds like they're just going to drop the Ilgra on 23rd of February is projected date that they're going to drop him. And then they said they're going to do the Fenrir Keymaster combo after that. So I kind of have a feeling based on the information that they put out on the videos that they've been dropping on Twitter with the PvE stuff, I think that they've already been working with the Ilgra because of that, and so they already had him ready before.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna mix it up for us and throw another 3 champions in there. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, man.
Right? It's better than just dealing with the same 9. So
Yeah, and the Ogre's gonna have the 2 hammers. Hey man, like I'm gonna play all the tank players just so that everybody here know, like all of our community. I'm always gonna.
You said that before the gameplay came out, man. You've always said that.
I'm gonna be a tank.
So you're the tank.
I'm a tank, man.
Right?
Yeah. And,
so Ilgra's definitely another tank, right?
Oh yeah, bro. So I'm excited to try the Ilgra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like he's gonna be a faster tank though, right?
I hope so. That would be dope because he doesn't have a long hammer. He has the short hammers.
Yep. He's got the one-handed hammers,
but he
so
has
he can
long
swing
arms.
them, and
he has long arms. So yeah.
Dude, these arms are as tall as the Aos were when you see him dancing, right? Like, man, you look at him and it's crazy. So
and he's the Emperor's favorite champion. Remember that, guys. Lore.
Yeah, that's true. He's wild. That's why I like the Kark too, man, because they always use the Kark for like the main cover character and all that. I noticed that early. I didn't pick one up, but I noticed that. Like, look, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of what I'm looking at, bro. Like, I would like to get a Kark that looks just like the cover, with a life and the life matching wings, the divine wings, just because like that's the main guy. It looks like.
And they fixed the steadfast on the life Kark. Thank you, team, for doing that. Love it.
Yeah.
Because it was too many instances where that life Kark the whole time was just steadfast in the match, and it was like, holy shit, like this is crazy, You
have to kite him the whole time, bro.
Yeah.
And the Karks, I think my idea for the Kark would be to make it so that every other claw has an extra 1 second cooldown, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you did it like that, it would take. They could still possibly get the infinite combo off on you, but it would take a lot more planning, a lot more skill, and a lot more thought process to make it happen. Or you could add like a 3/4 of a second delay to each claw.
Yeah.
Right. Something where it's not too much. But that definitely when you go against a Kark and they get 10 hits off on you, and there's nothing you can do about it, that's not fun. The fact that like the parrying system, I really have been having issues with the parry system because it changes. Right? One match you'll play and you could hit a parry and you'll hit parry at the exact same frame on another match or another combo, and you won't even block.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do anything, right? So it's not fun when you are pretty much relying on either luck or ping or a combination of both of those to be the determining factor whether or not you get your parry off, right? Because then if it's not skill based at that point. Because if you do the same thing, the same results should occur, right? Same as situations where I've ran into multiple times this weekend where I've had no input response when I go to push a button and I get no response at all. Be standing there doing absolutely nothing, so it's not like I'm dodging and hitting it at the wrong time. Like doing absolutely nothing, hit a button and get no response.
Hey, what's up, Ash? Ash just showed up. The 5D, man. How you doing, dude?
Ash, the legend.
Yeah, okay,
The Fenner's in the
man.
house.
Hopefully you can still stay in the project, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shout out
it's a
to
good.
Ash, man.
Yeah,
Why
shout out
not?
to Ash, man. He was one of the early people here. So
Yep. Shit, we should bring Ash back on one day. We had him on before.
Yep.
Right.
yep.
So what y'all thinking, man? Like, shoot, I think we covered a lot today. Just it's we're going through the damn bear market, right? It's it is what it is. Some people see it as opportunity. Some people get scared and want a paper hand, as we see. They buy high, sell low. But I think Dip, we had this convo, like all three of us, right? It's like we see the long term value in this project. We believe the project, the developers, the game, right? No questions about that. So it's you gotta make the choice that works for yourself.
Yeah, man.
But
if you believe in this game, and you see an opportunity, bear markets where people get rich, guys. I mean, yeah, it sucks that we're in this, and that we've been in it for a while, but this is really where like generational wealth can be made. So just always think like that.
yeah. I honestly, when the bear market start, right, like summer, spring last year, 22. When it first hit, we were talking about it, man. I'm like, okay, it could go a couple years, right, and that might be a quick one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be real about it, it could be a whole year again, like just an overall bear market. But the special projects are, you're Champions again. We said it before, right? But it's like Champions is pretty strong through the bear market.
Yep. And they got
It's a real deal.
We're back to approaching mint price, right?
Mhm.
It becomes an issue if we get below mint price. But if not, it's giving people who are wanting to play the market the opportunity to play the market. It's giving people who had the opportunity to have capital or liquid at certain points of time to get in when they could. And if it continues to go down, it's just another opportunity for people who have been saving their money or have the opportunity to get liquid at this point in time to just, consolidate more into this project.
Right,
So.
right. And I'm just, and to answer Ash, they haven't came out with no tokenomics, but it's going to be a creative economy, which they're going to be implementing AI. I don't know how, to where it can make the regular person like me or you create a game. And it could be different types of dungeons, PvE, PvP, campaigns, lore. We could deep dive into that another time, but very interesting.
Yep.
Right.
Very, very exciting stuff coming up. So.
All right, guys.
Still super bullish on Champions Ascension, man. I don't think there's very many other projects out here that are poised and ready on the cusp of what the true Web3 opportunity can present itself, right? I think jumping over from Jam City, that was mobile based, to becoming Play Labs and getting the backing of Andreessen Horowitz through A16Z and all of their resources was probably one of the most bullish things that could have happened for this company, because it unlocked the potential and what made it so that they can build whatever they foresee the next meta being. And I think their vision's going to be spot on, guys.
Right. Mac, this is your final word, man. So, like, that's it. Like, what else you got? We're wrapping.
Go. NFC, fuck the Chiefs. Philly's gonna take it.
Yeah, when you said super bullish, I thought you were talking about the
make it, so I'm just going for staying with the fucking NFC in my blood, bro.
Okay, all right. So you're not salty about it?
About what?
Okay.
Seahawks, dude. I can't believe they made it to the fucking playoffs this year, right? Geno Smith turned out to be one of the best backups that I think any team could have had in a long time, other than fucking Purdy, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm a diehard Detroit Lions fan, bro. So nobody has it worse than me.
You have to fucking choose. You have to champ for somebody, right?
Bro, you
No, I can't.
I want to hear it.
I had Barry Sanders, and that was it, bro. I was spoiled as a kid. That's it. Now I have nothing. All right, final word, Dip, man. How you feeling? Same thing, man. Long term, what you feeling about this project?
Always bullish, man. I know there's a lot of new people in Discord and they're kind of getting impatient, but just look at this as a really good investment. I work full time in the Web3 industry. We've looked at hundreds or even thousands of games, and Champions by far is in the cream of the crop. So
Right.
just be patient. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Be patient. Time rewards everything. So I'm still bullish,
Yeah.
and I'm still gonna be buying. Especially the EEs, because they're if they drop to $30, I mean, that's a hell of a price. So
That's
bullish.
That's a
looks
perfect
like it,
entry
man.
price. Yep,
Yeah.
perfect entry price for gamers too. So let it happen.
It is NFTs, gaming, all that.
And that's what we want.
Yeah. Same here. Always bullish, man. And I think I touched on it in a second, man. But it's just so funny to watch your own personal emotions when it gets to this, right? Because I swear, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, when we were up at 0.9, 0.8, 0.9, it was like, damn, I should have bought the floor over and over again. But then it's so funny when it drops, you're like, then you start getting nervous and all that, man. But I think the key is if you believe in, the Web3, if you believe in gaming, you find a good project, you find a good team, and this is exactly where we're at. And even like the development of other technologies like AI, and it's all, the Venn diagram, it's all perfectly aligning in games like this. And I think just like Dip said, in this game, this is I think one of the best projects out. We look, we search. I'm not going to let a game pass me by, and this is one that I'm still bullish on, and just can't wait for like everything else to become developed and to come out and to have all the social aspects and everybody else come into this game. So super bullish, always bullish. Guys, we all set? What are we thinking, man?
Yes,
We miss
sir.
If
anything?
not,
Good.
we'll have another episode, I'm sure.
There's always another episode. Oh yeah, that does remind me. I apologize. We had planned to have an interview with Peyton from Azure Games this weekend, but he had other in real life circumstances and asked to reschedule for our next podcast on February 25th. So.
Oh, so he's coming back?
Yes, he did reschedule.
I thought he just completely dissed us. I thought he just completely dissed us, man. But he's coming back. All right.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
We'll see him next time.
Looking forward to him on the 25th for our next episode, guys.
All right. There it is. And that's another A16Z project, right?
Yes, it is. Yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
mistaken. All right. That's our brother. That's our brother game. All right. It's a wrap, fam. This has been it. It's been a great one. It was February 11th, 2023. It still is. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. Super Bowl Sunday is tomorrow. And as you know, as always, Prime Minds think alike. We're out.